Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, happy Friday. You know what that means, man. Whew. This Friday can't get here fast enough anymore. We have been incredibly busy. People now waking up, buying gold, buying Texit, doing what you know needs to be done. We've made it here. Sit back, relax, strap on that seatbelt, leave the drive-in to us. And as I told you yesterday, everything was going to be dependent upon the government jobs number. Remember, this is the new head of the BLS, his first attempt at jobs created in the previous month. So this is an August jobs number. And before I tell you what it is, let me give you our 800 number, 800-951-0592. What can you do with that number? What do you do with that number? Well, you get your wealth insurance, right? It's your gold and silver. You put away what you've worked so hard for so that when you actually need it, it will buy the same amount of stuff as you on the day you decided to insure your wealth. Right? I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Today, based upon those jobs numbers, the government and the banks, they don't want to pay you. They tell you that they have inflation, but then they're not going to pay you for it. Yeah, see, it's the dirty trick. It is the dirty trick. What else can you do with that number? Well, you can get ready for the new money, because the new money is going to be digital. You're going to need to figure out how to get more income. This is so unique in the digital space. It's incredible. It's an incredible opportunity to, really, one of two things. Some of you are going with me. Hey, I'm going for the big win. I'm going to go crypto rich, and it can be done. Absolutely can. Others of you are like, man, I would love it. I would love it if I could get 500, 1,000, 3,000. Heck, if you do a 27-pack, I mean, you're looking at, gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to do some math in my head. It doesn't work because I'm not that smart. But let's just say, you're looking at a lot, right? You know, you potentially could be talking about monthly income of like $10,000 a month. Yeah. And that's if it goes to $100. If you've been listening to Bobby at all, you know he's got his real number right now is about 2,800, just so people know. But yeah, right? How much can this change people's lives? I mean, let's face it, $500 a month for a lot of people, that's life changing. $1,000 a month, life changing. I mean, $10,000 a month, forget it, right? I mean, that's just like, right? That's a blessing. But this is what the opportunities are, and we're in it. I mean, think about the two things that are dominating right now: gold and silver and Texit. Let's get to the number. So what was it? Well, it was exactly what you wanted to see for big rate cuts. The U.S. added only 22,000 jobs in the month of August. Okay, that was well below expectations, and expectations were somewhere about the 70,000 range, from 40 to 100 from the, quote, experts. So 22,000. The previous month was 73. They revised that to 79, but then they went to June, and June was 27,000, and they took it down to 13. Now, that's the second big negative print to June, because it was higher than that before. So June now, the first negative jobs number going back to COVID. So the first negative jobs number, we'll see what happens in August, but the initial number, 22,000, much lower than expected. The two previous months, when you combine the two together, revised down another 21,000. And then the 3-month average now is only at 29,000 jobs created. And more importantly, the payroll number well below what we were talking about. Expectations, the household survey, this is where you get the unemployment rate. Well, it ticked up 4.3, and actually 4.324 was the official unemployment rate. We're back. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, our toll-free number on this Friday, 800-951-0592. Just to wrap up, so that unemployment rate, and I was telling you, boy, 50 basis points, bad jobs number 4.4 would definitely do it. It's really close. 4.325, right? 7.3 plus, almost 7.4 million Americans unemployed. Remember, earlier this week we got the JOLTS data, only 7.1 million job openings. So the spread now between the unemployed and the number of jobs, it's flipped and going in the wrong direction. On top of that, 43% of U.S. workers are now saying they will work until they're dead. Yep. Why? They don't have the money. Over 50% don't think it's realistic for the average American to retire comfortably. This is you guys, I'm going to say it again, you have an opportunity. The opportunity ends when the mine is full. The sooner you get in, the better you're going to be. We're going to go over this in the next half hour. I'm going to break down, I'm going to give you numbers so you guys can see for yourself, okay, what are we talking about? So stay tuned for that. But let's look at the markets. How are the markets reacting to the numbers that we just got? Probably pretty much as expected. The Dow's down 300, the S&P's down 40, the Nasdaq's down 100. The good news is the 10-year note dropping like a rock. It's not going to get to 4, but 407. So some potentially good news as far as if you want to buy something, i.e. a car or a home. And really that's about it. Car or home. Everything else, like credit cards don't go down, right? The matter of fact, man, it's ridiculous the amount of interest they charge for credit cards. But if you're looking at buying a home or buying a car, you're going to see the rates come down here in the next week or so. That's my guess. So she'll be, is it going to come down a lot? No, but I mean, every little bit helps. We'll see how much more help is going to be on the way. Right now, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting on the 50 basis point cut. Crude oil is down to $1.75, except in Phoenix. You guys see what just happened? Drove by the gas station. I got to get gas today. At 5:15 this morning, I was like, $3.79 as I was driving by, and I'm like, what? It was like $3.29 the other day. I don't even know what happened. Well, I think I do. Blame California. They've been kicking out all the refineries out there, and for Phoenix, we got our gas from California. We got to fix that. If you live like in Tucson, right? You're like, well, gas ain't that. Well, you get yours from Texas. Yeah. See, so congratulations to us, I guess. Gold, the only question for gold today, is it going to close above 3,600 or not? Right now, gold's up $43, $35.90. Are you surprised? I bet you're not. Silver's up as well. The only question for silver, will it be above $41? Silver's up $40.85. And, of course, as I like to tell you now, I'll give you the TV gold numbers. TV gold, by the way, gold and silver now on the television. The most heavily traded contracts in New York are the December gold and silver contracts. That's what they show on the TV here in the U.S. Gold, $36.45. Yeah. The only question, I think, is, does it hit 37 today? You're like, but Joe, that's like $55 away. Yeah, I know. Silver, December silver, $41.50 on December silver. Will it close above 42 today? We'll see. We'll watch and see what happens. This was a very good number if you were in the we want the big rate cuts. And like I said, the problem with the big rate cut is it helps, I guess, if you want to buy, like I said, a house, a car. I guess if you're going to finance a boat or something like that, if you're going to finance something that isn't a credit card, I guess it could help. But other than that, what does it else do, though? It punishes the people that have money in their banks, in their money market accounts, right? The bond yields themselves. Now, here's the good news, I guess, right, is if you want to sell bonds right now, if you bought bonds at the higher yields, right, if you 450, right, 10-year 450, 460, they're worth more today. That I guess that's good. Unfortunately, the rest of the world's like, wait a minute. You're going to pay me how little to loan you money for 10 years? Yeah, I don't think so, right? It's a double-edged sword, and especially the shorter rates. I mean, you got some of the short rates down to 3%, right? And you're like, well, you guys already say inflation is 3%. And then you want me to lend you money? And you're only going to give me what you say inflation is? And, oh, by the way, the world knows. And you lie. I mean, that's the other part. We'll see. Here's the thing. Is it more likely that you drive prices up when the rates go down? And the chances is yes. So I was at a meeting yesterday. I was invited to a very long-standing Phoenix business owners meeting. really cool. They do such a great job. And all of them are different, right? You know, if you've ever been involved, I've been involved in a couple, you know, because I'm a business owner. So you go to these meetings, you network. And they asked me to come in and talk about TechSit, and everybody they did something really unique. And they said they let everyone do a commercial. They had 30 seconds. They stand up, say their name and what they did, right? They did blah, blah, blah. You know, they had a guy that was a handyman. They had a guy that was a home builder. They had a realtor, right? They had an investment guy. They had a commercial lender. They had health and fitness doctors. I mean, you name it, CPAs, right? All people that owned retail outlets. I mean, the whole gamut, right? When the realtor got up, he was saying to people, and it was really different than what I thought. And he was saying, you better buy now before the rates go down. And I was like, what? And he started talking about, at least in the new home builders, all of these great incentives that they were offering, he says, are going to be cut way back as the rates go down. And then he said the same thing about the existing homes, right? You can get a lot of great deals out there and, you know, get people to pay your closing cost or do this or that. So he was like, everyone's waiting for these rates to go down, and don't be surprised if, the rate goes down, but the prices go up. It was interesting. I was like, well, I didn't think about that. I guess you'll have to do them. It depends on how much the rates go down, right? I mean, what's important to you, right? What did I pay, or what's my monthly payment? Too many people, I think, buy stuff on monthly payments, right? When they look at car payments, house payments, they're not necessarily concerned with the how much part. They're more concerned, okay, what does that mean a month? Right? What do I got to pay a month? Because I got a budget, right? I can afford $3,000 a month versus, hey, I don't care if the house costs $600 or $650 or $550. I can afford $3,000 a month. Right? Well, maybe it's only $400. I don't know. But I don't know what that would equate to. Right? Maybe it's $450. I don't know. But you get my point. So what are we preparing for? What's coming that we know about? Here's the path that we know. Okay. We're definitely getting a rate cut in September. That we know. Because of this jobs number, because of the fact that we had a negative jobs number in June, another number in August that may go negative, the unemployment rate high enough, right? High enough, which, 4.3 and change. And now the fact that they're saying job openings, there's less job openings than there's more people unemployed than there are for job openings, right? So we're going to get a cut. I believe, and we'll see, we still got a couple weeks. We'd have to get some really impressive data to the upside for it not to be 50 basis points. The key is if more data comes out poorly between, let's just say over the next 6 weeks, then all of a sudden, okay, wait a minute, not only do we cut 50, we're going to keep cutting for the rest of the year. That's going to be the question. Are we going to cut a full basis point between now and the end of the year? Are we going to cut more than a full basis point? Are we going to go 50, 50, 50? 50, 50, 25? Right? Is it going to be 50, pause, 25, 50, pause, 50, or just 50, pause, right? Those are the only combination is rate cuts. Now what we need to know is how many, just between, they're not talking very short term, between now and the end of the year. You will see $4,000 gold if they believe the rate cuts are going to be 1.25 to 1.5. In other words, if they think it's going to be 50-50-50, yeah, you're probably seeing 4,000 gold before the end of the year, right? I mean, that's kind of what it looks like, Jason.
If you get some geopolitical stuff in there, you could, Trump's going to remove some troops out of NATO. Oh, we don't really want troops over here. Well, where are you going to put them? Oh, we have this. Maybe we're going to have occupation of Venezuela. That could be a whole point in one meeting.
Yeah, that would be a little. And again, I was like, here's what we know. Let's talk about what we know.
Well, they did blow up a boat, didn't they?
We
know that.
We couldn't pull the boat over. I know it's not like, on the highway. Like, couldn't we get like some cop lights or something and pull the boat over instead of blowing it up? I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Friday. Tell you what, it's just going to be tight here. Listen, I've got 10 $20 gold pieces, 35.50. After that, the 11th piece, 3,000. I got to look. I kid it. $675, and it's probably going to higher that because gold's keep going higher here. Right now, gold's $3,590 right now. I've got 10 20s at 35.50. I've got 10 10s. 10 10s. They're at $1,800. Okay. By the way, a $10 lib today, $1,940. Yeah. I got 10 at $1,800. And last but not least, I've got 10 rolls of American Silver Eagles at $900. Okay, by the way, what is today? $995. You're saving almost $100 of it, but I've only got 10. I've got 10, 10, and 10. 10 20s, $35.50, $3,550, $40+ below spot. I got 10 $10 Liberties, pretty much spot. Well, just right above. Just right above. Spot. And then I've got 10 Silver Eagle rolls at $900. And then Jason's saying to me that we've got a few rolls of rounds still out there. Remember, we ran the rounds. 10 rolls of rounds. There you go. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. 10 rolls of rounds. Those are going to be at $40. That's a dollar under spot at 800-951-0592. $20 gold pieces, 10 of them, $3,550. 10 $10 pieces, $1,800. 10 rolls of Silver Eagles, $900. 10 rolls of silver rounds, $800. Yeah, all those are smoking hot prices. Can you use Texit to buy your gold and silver? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All you got to do is call us, 800-951-0592. We'll keep everyone posted if there's any big changes in the marketplace. The one big news, Lululemon is down 20% this morning. Earnings not good. Well, I guess it was an update slashing full year guidance, saying that, apparently with tariffs, their overpriced sports bras, workout tops, and leggings just aren't worth it. Yeah, Lulu's expensive, man. You know, they're everything in there is like $100, but apparently people aren't going for it. So we'll keep everyone posted. But again, understand what we know. They want to make money cheaper. They want to print a lot more money. I don't know if you saw the trade deficit. Right? Oh, tariffs, it's great. What's this great? Tariff revenue is great. Exploded to the upside. Right? That's a negative for GDP. Much hotter than expected. Almost $80 billion trade deficit. And again, everybody's now, get ready. Prices, they got to go up. They got to go up. And of course, what's happening? Prices are going up and people stop buying. On the flip side, longer term, what are we looking at? A year, 5 years, 10 years. We are going to see the biggest wipeout, in my opinion, of the middle class. That's what's coming. We're going to have, today I told you about, hey, over 50% of people are like, I'm going to work till I'm dead. I'm not going to be comfortable in retirement. Well, 43% said work till dead. Well over 50% of them said, I'm not even going to be comfortable in retirement. In other words, right, I got to make the choice today. Do I buy my medication, pay the power bill, or buy groceries? Right? Though those are the things that are coming. Texit is a very, very rare opportunity to possibly change your life. So I want to go through some numbers for everybody out there. Okay? Give me just a second here. Let's just take Texit to $50. Okay? By the way, $16 is a foregone conclusion in my book. I don't know. I'm not a financial analyst, but I'm just telling you. This thing is a rocket ship. At $50, if you bought a one-pack, you would be getting $4.75 a day. $142.50 a month. And a year, just under $1,800 a year. Right? Not great, not bad. I mean, you're doubling your investment every year. That's pretty. Who wouldn't take that, right? But still, for a lot of people, they're like, man, you know what, Joe, an extra $140. Yeah, that would change my life a month. How about if you just bought a six-pack, just a six, right? And you're thinking, each one's $9.95. That'd be $5,970, but actually it'd be a little less than that. Why? Because they're going to buy 5, get one free. Buy 5, get one free for $4,975. You would get at $50, $28.50 a day. $855 a month. $10,400 a year at 50. How about if you bought the 9-pack, you got 2 free, right? Buy 9, get 2 free. So you got 11 seats. That's $52.25 a day. You think, how about an extra $1,567 a month? An extra $19,000 a year for an investment of just under $5,000? Well, who wouldn't take that opportunity? But wait, 800-951-0592. Joe and Jason, by the way, gold's now up 46. $35.93, right? $20 gold pieces, $35.50. 10 of those, you got 10 tens, that's $1,800. Silver now $41. U.S. Silver Eagle rolls. I got 10 of those at 900. I got 10 rolls of rounds at 800. I don't know what you guys are waiting for, but here's our number, 800-951-0592. And now, text it. If you put the maximum in, the 27-pack, just under $27,000. If Texas goes to 50, you'll make $180 a day. $5,475 a month. $65,700 a year. I know what somebody thinking, oh, but Joe, I got to sign other people up and I got to do this stuff. And no, this is if you do nothing. Just pay and go away, and this is what you're going to get. Here's the crazy part. You know, you can almost double this money by just signing up one or two people. It's crazy. It really is. But you don't. This is you doing nothing. How about $100? Which, by the way, Bobby thinks we're going to be at 100 in 11 months. If you bought a one-pack, you'd be getting. Remember, one pack's $995. $9.50 a day. $285 a month. $3,467 a year for taking a risk of $995. You did the 5+1, right? Just under $5,000. $57 a day. How about this? $1,700 a month. Could you imagine in retirement? Wait a minute, I got an extra $1,700 a month coming in. What a difference that would make. Almost $21,000 a year. How about if you went with the 9-pack? Remember, you get the 2 free. It's $8,955. How would an extra $104.50 a day be? How would that go for you? How about if you were in retirement and I'm getting an extra $3,135 a month? I'm getting an extra $38,000 a year. Yeah, you're doubling the maximum Social Security benefit plus tax there. You think that would change some people's lives? Yeah. How about the 27-pack, though? $360 a day? $10,950 a month? $131 a year.
Are these the numbers when the mine sells out?
When the mine is out. These are the mine. When the mine is sold out, and you bought a 1-pack, a 5+1, a 9+2, or a 27-pack, and did nothing. You just paid for it, and that's all you ever did. This is what the return would be. Text it at $250. By the way, I think it's going to be $250 next year. Just so you know. A 1-pack. This is where it gets really fun, guys. $23.75 a day. $715 a month. Almost $8,700 a year. The 5-pack, $4,200 a month. $52,000 a year. The 9-pack, almost $8,000 a month. $95,000 a year. The 27-pack, that's $900 a day. $27,000 a month, an extra $328. How about the 1,000? Which is funny because the new number now is 2,800, but let's just do 1,000. It's simple. You do the 27-pack, you're going to make $1.3 million a year. That's what you can expect doing nothing. How about a 9-pack? $381,000 a year. 5-pack, $200,000 a year.
At what price?
At $1,000.
Yep.
At $1,000. A 1-pack, $35,000 a year. And I think people, and I've said this, yeah, this opportunity does. You know when this opportunity happened last, when Bitcoin first came out? All these kids became freaking millionaires. But you know what makes Texas different? See, they knew how to mine this stuff before other people figured it out. And they would get rewards, Bitcoin rewards, when they solved the problem. Boom, there's your reward. They didn't get rewards every day. They only got it if their server solved the equation. So and of course, listen, if you got 300 Bitcoin, right, and Bitcoin was 1,000, 10,000, right? Yeah, you made a bunch of money. Guess what? Texas, a little different. We're a permission-based mine. The only way you get coins every day is to become a miner. Being a miner, no one else can be a miner after the mine sells out. And that's like February. This is an opportunity, a Bitcoin redo to make life-changing amounts of money. I hope you understand what it is we're offering. We'll be back. 951-0592. No shock. Gold's now up 50. 35.96. $20 gold pieces. The few that are left. 35.50. Then after that, they're going to be 36.75. And, well, let's just say this. Make it real simple for everybody. Unless we get some more gold coming in, we're probably going to be looking, 37 and a quarter maybe Monday morning. Just what it's going to be. $10 gold piece. I got 10 of them at $1,800. They're going to be, I don't even know what, 1950, 1975. Rolls of Silver Eagles. I had 10 rolls at 900. I had 10 rolls of rounds at 800. Of course, signing up for Texit. Remember, each seat costs $995. Broken down from $50 to $1,000. And as the mine, not next week, the week after the mine, the first of our mega mines goes live. We have 2 more storage containers getting ready. I think one's at the port, maybe. Maybe it's going to be there next week, and then it's got to get on a rail car to Dallas. But we have 2 more that'll be here in less than 6 weeks. And those ones those are ready to go because we're going to put them in the old Bitcoin mine. We're going to have a 10 million mega hash mine up and running here very quickly on our way to 100 million mega hash mine. You got to remember that we'll be one of the, if not the largest producer reward winner of Litecoin and Dogecoin every day. That's how big our mine's going to be. We're going to be winning these awards. People are going to be taking notice, and I know what Layer 2 is going to be, and I'm just going to tell you Bobby doesn't want to share it, and I understand why, but it's coming. And the details will be out, believe me. Before the end of the year, everyone will know, but he wants to get the mine to where, okay, it's going to be filled. Now I'll tell everybody what's happening. You can trade gold and silver to get in. You know, when we first started this, a 9-pack was like 3 ounces, right? And maybe you got a few bucks back. But now, yeah, you got to get more than a few bucks back. You want to get a 27-pack? That's like, I don't know, 8 20s and a $5 gold piece, right? You know what I'm saying? It's the higher gold goes, the easier it is to do it. Some people are like, well, here, I'll buy a 9-pack. Here's 3 $20 gold pieces or 3 Maple Leafs or 3 Krugerrands. And then we'll give them a little silver in change. We'll pay you cash in change, whatever you want. and you're on your way to this. This is something, like I said, this was how crypto was meant to be. Everyone gets a chance, but they've ruined that. And the problem is, if we went like everybody else and said, okay, anybody can mine it, well, gosh, these guys with these big mines would start mining it, and they would win they would get all the coins every day. And I got to let that happen. This is about the common folk here, and I think a lot of you just need to accept the fact that there's a life-changing opportunity available, and a lot of you are taking advantage of it. Some of you still not yet. By the way, get ready. Less than 10 days away, and I think you're going to, well, let's just say the price is going to be a lot higher than it is today.